Hey everyone, welcome back to Chronicles of Stoicism. Today's video is one that will definitely catch the attention of both men and women, as we dive into some of the most surprising and fascinating facts about the male and female body that you might not have known. From secrets about female anatomy to myths about male sexuality, there's plenty to explore, and I guarantee you'll learn something new, even if you think you've heard it all. Ever wondered why orgasms can actually help relieve pain? Or that the vagina can change color? And did you know that men also experience hormonal fluctuations? Today we'll be covering these and many more incredible facts that will help you understand both yourself and your partner a lot better. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. And if you enjoy this one, share it with your friends. I bet they'll be just as shocked by some of these facts. Alright, let's dive in. The clitoris is one of the most sensitive areas of a woman's body, containing about 8,000 nerve endings, double the number found in the head of the penis. What's even more fascinating is that the visible part is only a small portion of a larger network of nerves. This explains why stimulating different parts can lead to various sensations. But it's not just the clitoris that holds secrets. Let's move on to something about men that might change the way you think. Popular culture often portrays men as being able to engage in long-lasting sexual encounters. But the reality is that the average duration of an erection during intercourse is only 3 to 5 minutes. This varies depending on factors like age and physical condition. Speaking of changes, the female body is incredibly adaptive. Let's look at how women's senses shift during ovulation. Ovulation is the time when a woman's body is ready for conception. During this period, women can become more sensitive to smells and tastes. This phenomenon is linked to an evolutionary mechanism that helps women choose genetically suitable partners, guided by pheromones and other subtle cues. But while ovulation sharpens senses, there's something else that can naturally relieve pain: orgasms. Orgasms aren't just pleasurable, they can also serve as a natural pain reliever for women. During orgasm, the body releases endorphins, which act as natural painkillers. Studies have shown that these chemicals can reduce the intensity of menstrual cramps, migraines, and even joint pain by up to 70%. And when it comes to multiple orgasms, some women experience something even more unique. Approximately 20% of women are capable of experiencing multiple orgasms in succession. This is influenced by both physiological and psychological factors, as female sexuality is deeply connected to emotional and physical interplay. The possibilities for pleasure aren't limited to just one orgasm. But speaking of complexity, let's talk about something specific to men: the refractory period after orgasm. After orgasm, men enter a refractory period, a time during which their sexual systems need to recover, and they cannot be stimulated. This period can last from a few minutes to several hours and tends to lengthen with age. Women, however, do not experience the same type of refractory period, which allows them to have multiple orgasms. And now, let's debunk one of the biggest myths about female orgasms. Many believe that vaginal penetration alone is enough for women to achieve orgasm, but this is a myth. Around 75% of women require clitoral stimulation to reach orgasm. The clitoris is the central point of female sexual pleasure, while vaginal nerve endings are less sensitive. And speaking of anatomy, did you know the average vaginal length might surprise you? The average length of the vagina in a relaxed state is about 7 to 10 centimeters, but during arousal, it can stretch by up to 200%. This process, called vaginal tenting, helps create more space for comfortable penetration. But not all body facts are as visible. Some, like hormonal fluctuations, are hidden in plain sight. Men, like women, experience hormonal fluctuations, though in a less regular and pronounced form. Testosterone levels vary throughout the day, week, and year, influencing mood, energy levels, and libido. For example, testosterone peaks in the morning, often leading to what is known as morning wood. And that leads us to another fascinating fact about male sexuality. Men often experience morning erections due to the peak in testosterone levels during early hours. This natural phenomenon isn't always linked to sexual arousal, but is instead driven by the body's circadian rhythms and hormonal cycles. But let's circle back to the female body with a fact that might surprise expecting mothers. Due to increased blood flow to the pelvic region, the vagina can darken or turn a purplish color during pregnancy. This is a completely normal, temporary change that usually fades after childbirth. And when it comes to men, there's a hidden source of pleasure not many know about. The prostate, a gland that produces seminal fluid, can be stimulated through the anus, leading to orgasms. Studies show that around 15% of men experience pleasure through prostate stimulation, opening up new ways to understand male pleasure. Now, let's talk about how long it typically takes men to orgasm during sex. On average, it takes men about 11 minutes to orgasm during sex, though this time can vary depending on factors like mood, physical condition, and their partner. Interestingly, couples in long-term relationships often experience longer times due to greater comfort and communication. But it's not just about timing. Arousal affects the entire body in both men and women. Both men and women experience increased heart rate, breathing, and body temperature during arousal. This is a natural response, preparing the body for physical activity and intensifying the sexual experience. And as we age, certain physical changes may surprise you. Many men don't realize that the penis can shrink slightly with age. This occurs due to reduced blood flow and the loss of tissue elasticity. However, this is a gradual process and doesn't necessarily affect a man's sexual performance. But it's not just men. Women also experience changes as they age, especially during menopause. During menopause, the drop in estrogen levels can lead to vaginal dryness and thinning of the vaginal walls, a condition known as vaginal atrophy. This can cause discomfort during intercourse, but there are treatments available to help manage these symptoms. And speaking of hormones, here's a surprising fact about both men and women. While testosterone is often associated with men and estrogen with women, both sexes actually produce both hormones. Men produce small amounts of estrogen, which plays a role in sperm health, while women produce testosterone, which contributes to libido and muscle strength. Now let's get back to another interesting fact about male anatomy and a common myth surrounding it. Contrary to popular belief, men who have had a vasectomy don't lose sperm production. Sperm is still produced in the testicles but is reabsorbed by the body since it cannot be ejaculated. Vasectomies simply block the path of sperm, making it a highly effective form of contraception. Finally, let's wrap up with a fact that's all about pleasure and how men and women experience it differently. On average, it takes women around 20 minutes to become fully aroused, whereas men usually reach full arousal in just a few minutes. This difference in timing is important to keep in mind for sexual satisfaction and intimacy, as it often requires more patience and communication between partners. And there you have it, 20 fascinating facts about the male and female body that shed light on how our bodies work, respond, and interact with each other. I hope you found these insights helpful and maybe learned something new along the way. Now that we've explored some of the fascinating facts about the human body, let's shift gears to something a bit deeper. Building emotional connections, especially early on in a relationship, is crucial if you want to cultivate trust and intimacy. In the next part of this video, we'll dive into how you can use Stoic techniques. Yes, those same timeless principles to not only strengthen emotional bonds, but also guide your relationship toward deeper physical intimacy. Let's explore how emotional mastery, awareness of what you can control, and acceptance of what you can't will help you build genuine, lasting connections. Stoicism teaches us that mastering our emotions and actions is key to both personal and relational growth. Let's see how you can apply these ideas in your relationship journey. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is emotional regulation. In the early stages of a relationship, emotional stability plays a huge role in building trust. Instead of reacting impulsively to small setbacks, practice controlling your emotions. When she sees that you can handle challenges with composure, it signals reliability and creates a safe space for her to open up emotionally. When she shares something personal or vulnerable, instead of immediately offering solutions or letting your emotions guide your response, practice active listening. Focus on understanding her perspective and respond calmly. This fosters trust. Once emotional stability is established, the next step is focusing on what's within your control. Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on what is within our control and letting go of what isn't. In relationships, this translates into not trying to control or pressure your partner into certain emotions or actions. Instead, focus on how you present yourself and the energy you bring into the relationship if she's having a rough day or is emotionally distant, instead of trying to fix the situation or press for intimacy. Give her the space to process her emotions. Show her that you respect her autonomy by being supportive without being overbearing. This patience and understanding build a stronger emotional connection. Now that you've shown you're steady and focused on what you can control, let's talk about embracing uncertainty and the unexpected. One of the most profound Stoic concepts is amor fati, which means love of fate. It teaches us to accept things as they come, without trying to resist or force outcomes. In relationships, it's crucial to accept that you can't control everything, including how or when intimacy develops. Instead of stressing about whether or when physical intimacy will happen, focus on building the emotional connection day by day. Let the relationship flow naturally, knowing that by focusing on the present moment, the rest will follow in time. Now that we've covered the importance of emotional control and acceptance, let's bring it all together with the practice of mindfulness. Stoicism places a high value on being present in the moment, and this is especially important in relationships. Being fully engaged and mindful in your interactions with her will make her feel valued and understood, deepening the emotional bond. When you're together, whether it's during a conversation or just spending time in each other's company, avoid distractions. Put your phone away, maintain eye contact, and truly be present with her. This level of attention is rare and powerful, and it's one of the most direct ways to create a meaningful connection. As you can see, Stoicism offers a powerful framework for building emotional intimacy. By managing your emotions, focusing on what's in your control, accepting uncertainty, and being fully present, you'll create a deep connection that can lead to physical intimacy over time. Remember, the key is patience, trust, and emotional stability. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to Chronicles of Stoicism and hit the notification bell for more insights into applying ancient wisdom to modern life. And as always, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences on building emotional connections in relationships. Thanks for watching.